Steph Curry, after a 36-point night, believe it or not, this is the first time in his playoff career he has strung together 3 games of at least 35 points or more.
Wow.
Surprised by that.
Very, very impressive.
I was surprised by that. Game 4 happens on Monday night. Portland Trail Blazers have a chance to extend their season, if nothing else, and potentially have a chance to become the first to come back from an 0-3 deficit. What's step one? What's got to happen just to get one win on the board and keep this thing moving?
Step one is to come out with great energy, which they have done in the first half, but they need to come out with that in the third quarter. If they do get a lead, they have to be able to hold that lead. Some of these guys are going to have to get hot from behind the three-point line, whether we're talking about Aminu, Harkless. And if those guys aren't hitting shots, maybe you go with Rodney Hood early and play him a heavier minutes than you've been playing him in this series. But you have to give Dame and CJ more space to operate. And right now, Golden State has no fear of the Portland role players. So maybe we could see a slight lineup change where we see Rodney Hood get some more minutes.
Hood got off just 3 shots in Game 3.
I think if there's one thing I would pick out off of tonight's game, it's what adjustments will Terry Stotts and his staff make in handling the double teams on Damian Lillard. What are they going to do once he gives the ball up? Maybe they need to come up and go a little quicker to force the double team quicker to then have more time on the back end of the shot clock to make the second or third pass. They have to
get the ball swinging.
They have to come up with a way. And by starting it quicker, sooner you leave yourself more time at the back end of the shot clock.
Coach, do you like this idea? Instead of setting the screen as much with the bigs, set the screen with guys that are playmakers. Set the screen with somebody they probably won't trap with. So maybe Dame and CJ set a screen for each other so you get the switch. Now you get Steph guarding one of those guys with the ball, and now you're able to take him off the dribble, kind of similar to how Houston tried to take advantage of him. Also setting the screen with somebody like Evan Turner. He's more of a playmaker.
He's a playmaker,
He's more of a playmaker with the ball in his hands. I think that's also an adjustment. Set screens with playmakers so you can either get the ball in Evan Turner's hands and he can get downhill, or you can create a switch and take advantage of Steph Curry and hopefully taking advantage of Steph on the offensive end. Well, I mean, on the defensive end will lead to Steph playing a little bit worse offensively.
Sounds like a play that a Cleveland team I remember ran a few years ago.
Hey, listen, it's straight out of Tyronn Lue's playbook now. Hey, he should have got that Laker job.
Are you giving the Blazers a chance to win Game 4, let alone the series, Game 4?
I would think the nature of this team is one that has not given up. When they lost their big man, all year I kept saying they're going to fall out of that 3 seed. They'll eventually wind up 5 or 6, and they didn't. They hung around there the whole time, even when they had the very serious injury. Then they're going to beat the number 2 seed Denver to knock them out, a difficult OKC team. I just think they have too much pride to go down 4 straight. But the other team's pretty darn good.
Pretty darn good. History certainly on the Warriors' side at this point. Teams with a 3-0 lead in the best of 7.
Hey, Coach.
135-0.
Coach, you still got that broom underneath the table?
You want me to bring that now?
You got the broom? Go ahead.
He's been looking for a broom for about an hour now.
Nicole, you got a broom over there?
It's a big place, a big building. Certainly there's a broom here somewhere,
right?
Somebody get the man a broom.